Hello everyone! Today we are going to talk about a very important topic, noun genders. In English, gender is usually only for people like using he or she. But in Serbian, it is different. Every single noun has a gender. This means that objects like table, a book, or car are treated as masculine, feminine, or neuter. You might ask, is this really needed? The answer is yes. It is very important. If you don't know the gender of a noun, you will have a hard time later with grammar and making correct sentences. To know the gender, you need to look at the very last letter of the word. Masculine, nouns that end in a consonant. A consonant is any letter that is not a vowel. So if the word does not end in a, e, I, o, or u, it is a consonant. For example, grad, which is city, it ends in d. Telephone, which is phone, it ends in n. So grad and telephone are masculine nouns because they end with a consonant. Keep in mind that there are few exceptions to this rule, but the general rule is the most important part. Feminine, nouns that end in the letter a. Examples: kucha, house, kniga, book. These words are feminine because they all end with the letter a. Again, this is the general rule, but there are a few exceptions. For example, tata, which is dad. So this is not a feminine noun, even though it ends with a. It is a masculine. I want you to know that nouns ending in a which are not feminine are very rare, so focus on this general rule. Based on my experience, it is very safe to assume that if a noun ends with a, it is feminine. Neuter, nouns that end in the letters o or e. For example, selo, which is village, it ends in o. Ime, which is name, it ends with e. So selo and ime are neuter nouns because they end in o or e. Let's review the rules. If it ends in a consonant, it is masculine. If it ends in a, it is feminine. If it ends in either o or e, it is neuter. Please remember that when you learn a new noun, you must know its gender too. It is just as important as learning the meaning of the word. This last letter rule works for most nouns in Serbian.